if you practice with us enough, you'll be able to do a U-turn right there.
Yeah?
And not even walk it.
Sweet.
That's it. Keep going. Keep going. Give it gas. 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 Yes! That's awesome! This is practice session number 52. We're out here. We have myself and Mike, of course, and we have Marty, who came last time and said he was going to come practice with us. Well, he actually came. And of course, Rich.
Midwest, just Midwest.
I was up Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, District 6.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I traveled with my children. I have a son, he's 36 now, but back when he was riding intermediate, he won at Lake Whitney. He won an amateur race there. And then my daughter we'd go to Loretta Lynn's every year with both of them.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun, you know?
Is that in Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah. It brought me, but it kept the family together.
Yeah.
We traveled, and it's a good sport. So.
Yep.
And now my daughter has children, and they have no interest. I bought them PW50.
No interest.
No interest. They want to play soccer, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I would rather not.
They may pick it up, yeah.
I'd rather not see my grandkids have broken bones.
Yeah.
You know, it was different when I was young with my children.
Remember that documentary we saw about like riding motorcycles and then the generational and the thing? I can't remember the name of that, but that
It was really
good.
good.
Ace's kid, one of my buddy's kids, he lives in Washington State, just went to this Loretta Lynn thing, and his teenager, I don't know, 15, 16, won the thing, whatever it is, some national
That's freaking
deal.
awesome, man, because that's the best in the world.
Is that right? I didn't know what the...
Yeah, they come from all over, you know.
That's awesome.
Japan,
Wow, yeah.
Hawaii.
So the way that, geez, you know where to start, but...
Start with steps 1 through 5.
Yeah, the way that they teach it is, as you'll see when they line up, and again I'll be on the camera working with you and them as I'm filming. So we're starting, and there's five steps, right? So 5 steps before we get ready. 1 is make sure it's in first gear. 2 is cover the rear brake. 3 is it's called load it and keep it loaded. So a little bit of throttle, like just enough for power, not crazy. 15, 1800, 2000 RPMs.
And hold it there.
And keep it there. Yeah, it's a big deal. People let off. 4, like clutch at the friction point, just before the friction point. So then it's that slow, powered takeoff and stop. So essentially the reverse of that on a stop. But we can, we'll talk about that as we go through it. I don't want to get into a 20-minute lecture on that, but again, it's not right or wrong. It's just this is the practice and how they teach it. So yeah, it's super fun when we get the hang of it.
So now what we're going to do, Mike's going to go after he and I do all 3 exercises. So you can do the exercises with us, and then you can do them again with Mike.
Okay.
So you'll get a couple of tries. So we're in first gear. Cover the rear brake. I'm going to bring my preload up to 2,000 RPMs, and I'm going to let the clutch into the friction point right at like where it catches in the bite. And I'm going to leave it there, and I might let it out a little bit further. I call that number 2. 1 is at the bite, 0 is before the bite. And I'm just going to go to that first cone and stop. Both feet on the boards.
So these things are progressive. Like 2 builds on 1 and 3 builds on 2, right? Everything's small moves. Easy enough, right? I mean, easy enough. But you'd be surprised how hard that is for people, right? Ice, Rich.
See, if you practice with us enough, you'll be able to do a U-turn right there.
Yeah?
And not even walk it.
Sweet.
Right, so your front tire, right, even with the cone.
Okay.
Make sure you're in first gear, which you are. Cover the rear brake, bring your throttle up. Eyes straight ahead towards pool supply. And then light on the clutch. So the clutch is too fast. So you wanna really, you're letting your throttle down. You wanna hear it. So get used to hearing it be loud. So just put it up around 2,000.
Okay.
Put your foot on the brake and only let your clutch into right where it grabs and leave it there. If you want to put it into 2 and then back to 1, but you're only going to this cone.
What do you mean by 2 and 1?
Yeah, you gotta
Okay,
explain
so
that.
0 is right before the grab, right
Okay.
before the bite. 1 is at the bite. 2 is just past the bite. Okay? Not all the way out. So we're not, in any of these exercises, we're not letting the clutch all the way out. None of them.
Okay.
Okay? So 2 is like the most you'll go. All right? Eyes straight ahead. Keep that throttle high. That's it. Yeah, it's scary, right? If you've never practiced it, it's different. So, and believe me, nobody, even if you've been riding 100 years, if you never did this, it's hard at first. So just like it takes time to get used to.
Okay.
But I started doing this. I never learned how to take off the other way. So I only know how to do
I
this.
just feel like I'm dragging the brake too much.
No, you don't have to put your foot on the brake at all. It's all clutch.
Right. So
You're just pressing the brake when you get up to the cone. You're gonna like let the brake win. Okay, so it's just a gradual press. Sometimes you're just going slow enough. You don't really even need to press it hard.
Front brake so much.
Yeah, under 8 miles an hour, no front brake.
yeah, that's better. Way better. That's way
That's
better. Yeah.
That's it. It's scary to go that slow. Good. Excellent. That's it.
Really
That's
good.
it.
Last rear brake. Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah.
Much better. Good. Go around. Notice the throttle is high. Throttle doesn't come down until he's actually stopped. Beautiful. Okay. So we're just gonna go slow. Keep it in the clutch. Cover the rear brake. Don't stab at it and don't
It's kind of a
press
shame
it.
they stopped making those bikes.
Okay.
You know, I think the
Bring that
style
throttle
is so good. Yeah, I mean the design. Same with those big Yamaha.
Just stopping at the
touring
cone,
bikes,
right.
the
Good job.
Stratoliner and whatever.
Stop at each
Just
cone.
beautiful lines, and I just didn't sell them.
Excellent. All right, so you're letting the clutch out a little bit too far because you're going fast. You want to have it just come out. You can have it come out fast and then bring it back in. Good, no problem. Come right again. This one, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to that first cone and stop with the smooth stop we just practiced. And we're going to slow ride the whole way to the last cone. So we're going just that 2 miles an hour, 1 mile an hour. So we actually have to work it out with the front wheel and use the clutch if we need to. Okay? And then we do it without the rear brake so that you're not dragging the rear brake. If you were to do this in traffic, of course you would be using the rear brake. But this one is to just get really familiar with the clutch control. If I need a little more, I let it out a little bit more. If I'm going too fast, I slow it down. And this is the same speed you're going as somebody walking next to you. Okay, so it's super slow. So Rich and I will do it. You can do it after Rich.
Right.
And then then we're going to do exercise 3. And then Mike's going to do all of them again, and you can do them again.
All right.
That way you get some more reps in, right?
We have to keep it moving because Rich gets bored.
Rich is very patient with us.
Rich is very itchy to go and go and go and go.
He's very patient with us.
But, I mean, yeah, you can share your experiences, Rich, because you started out and, you know, weren't great at it, but you got really good. I mean, he's awesome at all of this stuff now. Okay, exercise 2, no rear brake.
Working that clutch in
Notice
and
my
out.
throttle is high, and I'm going in and out with my clutch. My wheel's not straight. I'm going to use the rear brake, come to a smooth stop.
Slow ride. Just that slow ride. Yep. No rear brake, just clutch. Slow ride. Yep.
See how he's
Wow.
using his
Brake, nothing.
no brake, you just go in clutch.
Super
And he's
slow.
going, and you're keeping the throttle high the whole time. And so
See?
you can't
Started
let the
to
clutch
lean
out
a little
because you'll
bit,
go
and you let
fast,
the clutch
right?
out a little bit. Watch him. A little more power. Yep.
And then he comes to a
Great.
smooth stop.
Great
He
job,
never
Rich.
stops. But we don't make him do all of it because he's so good. Okay. So cover the rear brake. No hands on the brakes.
Let me just
Well, you can cover the rear brake if you want, but you can try it without the rear brake because it really will make you use the clutch. And that's why we do this exercise without the rear brake, because it forces you to actually learn that clutch control. So we're just going to take off slow. This is kind of a decline right here, so you're going to be going down as it is. It doesn't start to move up until like the 3rd cone. So that's when you're going to really start to engage your clutch, but keep the throttle high the whole time. Okay? And you're just trying to match my speed. That's it. Keep that throttle high. Just a little less on the clutch. And then come to a smooth stop. Just by pressing the brake. It'll come. It'll come. Just don't get discouraged because it's hard at first.
Okay.
And we want you to come back and keep doing it because you're going to feel like a badass when you can do these things.
All right.
Okay? Okay, slow ride, no brake. It doesn't need much. You can hear the throttle is still there even though he's not in the clutch all that much. And then he's going to come to a smooth stop. Beautiful. Marty's going to try it again. Okay, this is the one where it's just a slow ride. You match my speed and no brake, no rear brake. Just clutch. No.
almost done.
Match my speed. Bring that clutch in when you need it, when you don't need it. When you need it, let it out. That's it. Let it out a little, let it out, let it in. And now come to a smooth stop. Just by, the smooth stop is pressing the rear brake and staying in the throttle until you're done. Okay, but that was great. Good job. Okay, exercise 3, trust and believe. Just give me a second, I'll get the nod and then we'll... Okay, so I'm in first gear, cover the rear brake. I'm gonna bring my RPMs up. I'm gonna find my friction point. Mike's gonna say foot up, and I'm gonna bring my foot up as I start to feel the bike tip. Eyes always straight ahead.
Rich has got that one down. He's got
job,
that
Rich.
one down.
So you come up here. Okay, so work on stopping with your rear brake.
All right.
All right, because you want to be integrating these things into what you do. Because as soon as you start
Well, I
using,
always have to replace my front brake pads.
maybe.
I rely on it so much.
Really? So as you start to learn these, try to do them while we're in practice so that you start to integrate them into your way you operate your motorcycle. Because if you go back to old habits, as soon as you're done with your drill, you're not actually going to integrate it into what you're doing. So you're going to cover the rear brake. You're going to look at pull supply
All right.
in first gear. Yeah. You're going to bring that up, and then you're going to let the find the clutch light point. Rear brake. That's good, good, good. You used the rear brake to stop. That was great. That was perfect. Okay, so again, you're not going to let it move. And then he's going to say foot up.
You ready?
Eyes ahead.
Here we go, foot up. That's a good start. That's a good start.
And then smooth stop. Beautiful. That was
That's awesome.
perfect. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so now Mike's going to do all these exercises and then you can do them again. That's great. Rich is always up for another trust and believe. Awesome. Foot up. That was awesome. So they're so good at putting their foot up because it's a very gentle move. It's not a jerky move. And so their bikes, they're not balancing their bikes, but they're just so confident that it keeps the bike still. So your bike is not supposed to balance. It's supposed to tip. Like mine tipped, okay, when I first got, and then instead of putting your foot down, and I know it's scary, so it doesn't always happen the first time, you're gonna let that clutch out. But the clutch needs to be right before the bite, and the throttle needs to be at 2,000, okay?
No brake.
No, you're covering the brake this time. You're not pressing it, okay? That's okay. It's okay. Get your thrust. Now press the rear brake to stop. So press the rear brake before you put your foot down. Okay? And keep the throttle and the clutch engaged so it's holding the bike up, and then you can put your foot down gently. Okay?
Right.
But the whole point of it is to put your foot up with the clutch right before it grabs.
Gotcha.
So you kind of have to, you can't just put your foot up right away. You have to see where it is with the clutch. So take your time, see where it is, let it out so it moves the tire just slightly like that, and don't pull it in all the way, just before that. So see where it's moving? Okay, now pull it in just slightly so it doesn't move. Now let it out just a little bit, don't go anywhere. See where it starts to grab?
Yeah.
Okay, right before that's where you want to hold it. And that's where it's going to be, and then I say foot up, and then you just let it out that much and it'll go. Okay?
So cover the rear brake. In order to really pull this off, Rich will agree, what I had to learn is coming into it with all these years of riding, it was all centrifugal force. It was all just speed, right? So you carry it through. You're going so, ideally, the exercise is you're going so slow, it's like this is gravel. So you're like no lean at all, right? So that makes it harder. A little bit of pressure, this is why we do the steps 1 through 4 in this case. A little bit of pressure on that rear brake more than covering it, a little bit of drag and a little bit of throttle and a little bit of clutch, that dude will just stand right up and walk like that. So it's weird, right? Because I hadn't done that. But once I figured that out, I'm like, oh, whoa, this thing, like, it's not going to fall over, you know? It's holding up. So that's the exercise. That's the practice, right? A little touch here, a little touch there, a little touch clutch. And it'll, like, watch Rich do it, it stand right up.
Bringing your RPMs up, these big twins, they have a gyroscopic action. And if you bring up your RPMs, you're going to find that the thing is going to stay up. You realize that after a while.
Yeah.
And then the other point, the other main exercise here with this one is head and eyes. You see where the camera is? We're going to be making a left-hand turn. So as soon as you hit those cones, your head and eyes should be looking straight at that camera. Don't deviate.
Yep.
Takes some getting used to, but if you look that direction, the bike will take you there.
Yep.
So that's one of the main exercises here, is head and eyes. Head and eyes. So we'll be looking where you're going.
And like you're focusing on a rut, you're getting in.
That's right. You go where you're looking. Yeah.
Don't look at the cones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and the head and eyes are first, then the handlebars, okay? And what he's saying is true. Keep the RPMs as high as you need them to be. It'll prevent you from falling over, is keeping those revs high.
Well, most of the time.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We do the. You'll start to get it. Like, you do trust and believe, because if it ever doesn't feel right, just ride out of the exercise. Like, if it doesn't feel right, just go straight. Like, who cares? Nobody cares if you hit the cones. Go straight. But the trust and believe is to build that muscle memory where if you start to feel, instead of going like this, you let the clutch out and it takes off. Like, it pulls you out, right? So that's a little bit of a nuance, but that's something to keep in mind. That's why we do trust and believe, right? So we'll demonstrate it. Too much talking. Here we go.
Okay, exercise 4.
Do that now with the rear brake. So you see brake lights coming up. Yeah.
Takes a lot more to go without the rear brake.
Trying to demonstrate for Marty. Doing it super slow, just like take the turn. Like, get used to taking the turn. You know what I mean? Bunch of reps. It's weird at first, so don't even worry about it. If you got to go kind of 45 degrees, then do that. Just get used to the turn. You don't have to do it that slow. You know what I mean? Rear brake. Yeah.
Good
Wow.
job. Good job.
How about that?
Woohoo!
That was awesome. I'm just going to demonstrate again a little bit. Really good. Not me, the party is really good. That's what I meant. That was excellent. Wow. No problem, right? You never know, right? Some people have a horrible time with it, and then you just nailed it. Well, if you felt comfortable with that, then yeah, that'd be the next step, right? So more power, right? More power. is the bike will never fall over with sufficient power to the rear brake, to the rear wheel. Sufficient power to the rear wheel. So a little more throttle, like a little more power, and you wouldn't have felt that, like I gotta put my foot down. It's just something to practice on, a little more throttle. Yep. That sounds good. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah!
Correction there. Move, stop, wait till the wheel gets straight. That was awesome. That felt better?
Yeah.
Standing up, yep. That's it, that's it. You got a little power, that's what causes that gyroscope. There's a little power, it's not fighting, but it's a little bit, stands that mother right up, man.
Keep your head and eyes on the camera.
Yep, yep, yep. That's that head and eyes.
Let the clutch out a little
Sometimes I
too
do that
fast. There you go. There you go.
Power,
You got it.
power.
You got it.
That's good, that's good, that's good. Really good.
Did you stop? Did you do the stop?
I thought I was gonna pull it off.
That was your first time doing that, right?
Yeah, thank you.
You rocked it.
So
Good job, honey.
just on the takeoff, Marty, just on a regular, any old takeoff, right? You're just like this. That's why you do trust and believe instead of, just a little light pressure. As much pressure as you want, but then you just take off. And you can turn, you can do whatever. You got a little pressure.
Are we ready? We're doing right turns now.
Yeah. On this bike and her street glide, because we're so tall, we have our boards lowered a little bit. So we're gonna touch them before we probably should. You know what I mean? You want to go, or you want me to go? That's where you let the
wanna
clutch
go?
out. All right. Oh, again.
Head nice, head nice, head nice.
Oh.
That's it.
He's getting that rear brake down though.
Head and eyes to the camera though. That was great, but you're looking down. So
Wow.
it'll help if you keep it up.
time, he was working his rear brake, which is great.
Good. He's got it. He's
What?
got it. He's
Look at
got
that
it.
standing up. That's really good. That was really good, though.
Good job. Okay, this is one I have trouble with because it's on the inside.
That was awesome, though. I mean, you came out of it, but you see how you had it standing up like that? That was cool.
Try to get it to go around the That's it. Yeah.
Ah, he's good. There's something else to. Something else to think about, just to add on, like whenever, you know, from dirt biking, it's called counter sitting, right? So when you're going at slow speed, if you're getting up on the side of the bike, it's really helpful in U-turns. So you're not, you know, when you're going that slow speed, you want the bike to stand up, like you're not getting inside of it, like you're in a speed turn, right? So I'll overemphasize it this time and see what I mean. Do that. So you like that.
Fancy.
I was showing him counter sitting.
Look here.
I think he's doing great for first
Good
time. Yeah.
job. So this is the first exercise that we introduce a lean. This is the single serpentine. So we're gonna start wide and stay wide. So the whole idea of this one is to keep your body in the center of your bike and let it rock underneath you, and keep your turns wide, and we're working on transition. Eyes straight at the camera. And yes, you can use the rear brake. Are we ready? Okay, exercise 5. Keep your throttle up. You're coasting.
Do I?
Yeah, keep your throttle up.
Okay.
So your bike's not pulling you through, right? You don't want to coast through. You want the friction zone to be pulling you through.
Okay.
Okay? Good.
2, it's a time to practice those nice powered stops, what they call powered stops, right? Like a nice smooth stop. People forget that part, right? Because you're stopping in the habit, but practice that stop as well. You know, that loaded stop that we did over here, and then that nice smooth takeoff, which it looks great. It looks great.
It's hard for me to get off the front brake.
Yeah, I know. Me too. That took forever. Perfect time. That was really good. That was the perfect time to let that clutch out. That's why we do that thing called trust and believe. You know how you were like, if you let the clutch out, the thing takes right off. The idea. Yeah. It's hard, it's a lot to remember, but the idea is that clutch friction point pulls you through as opposed to having your centrifugal force pull you through. Does that make sense? So it's, if it's pulling you, then it's wanting to pull you up and out of there.
Just remember, straighten your wheel out before you stop.
Okay.
Even if you have to go beyond the cones. Yeah. Come out first and then stop. Look up, look up. Now look where you're looking. That was your worst head and eyes yet. Do the same thing. You had head and eyes beautiful before. Just do it, try it again.
More power,
that was the first one you looked down.
More power.
He was looking down.
I know, but he still needs more power. Listen
Yeah.
to it.
Keep those revs high. Higher.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's it.
Way more hours. Think about that you do after riding for so long. You know what I mean? You just do it.
Yeah.
You've been riding for so long. Now it's like, oh, I got to think about all this stuff now. I got to rethink about the brake and the clutch. All right, here we go. The way she's doing it looks a little more aggressive because she's keeping it kind of around the 2 parking spaces wide, right? But I'm going to do it. You go after me whenever you're ready. I'm going to do it all 3 spots, right? Just so you can see what that looks like. Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Don't worry about what there is to practice on for new guys with the drag of the brake is trying to get that right amount of pressure. Sometimes it's too much. I still do that. I still pump it like everyone does. So don't worry about that.
That's the first time I felt really good with this bike.
Rich did a good one.
Did he?
Yeah, yours look really good, hon. Your U-turns look really good.
Because I'm leaning forward and I'm sitting up in the seat. If you lean forward, you have more control at the top end of the bike.
So talk him through as I'm going, honey, on holding it.
So you want to make sure that your throttle is in the same position the whole time. Keep it at that preload position. You don't want to have it going down or coasting through anything. So you see how that was great, Rich. See how the throttle is steady, and if he needs to slow down, everything else will work out fine. All right, so he
The throttle
didn't,
was way too low that time.
he doesn't know the pattern.
No, he's not. It's okay. He's not ready.
Do a U-turn, come right here. Throttle up,
It doesn't
throttle
start.
up.
See how hard that is? People just don't. They don't want to give it the power. You know.
See, you can't say you can't do a U-turn because I just watched you do 100 of them. All right, so this is the gate right here. You're going to come in and go towards that gate. So all the way across.
Throttle was way too low.
Oh, okay. I saw you stand one up really nicely. It was-
When you get to this cone, you look for that cone. Use all of your space. You're going to this white line until you get here. Then you turn and look for that cone. Okay? But your throttle's way too low. So you got to keep that throttle really, really high. And your head and eyes up. Just hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it all the way. Just keep holding it.
No, it didn't hold it.
Okay.
Yep.
Go around. Keep holding that turn all the way till you're on the center line. Hold the turn till you're all the way on the center line. So you're going to go all the way to that cone. You're going to look for that cone. And as you come around, you're going to hold the turn until you're on this center line. Throttle high. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Keep going, yup. Now transition. Hold it. Okay, look for the gate. Hold it, look over there. Oh, you have it. You got it. Keep that throttle high. You got it, you got it. You got it. Don't look down. High, high, high on the throttle. Yeah, now. Yes, 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 yes. Just keep holding it, holding it. Oh, you got it, yes. Look up, throttle high. You got it, you got it. Keep looking, looking. Yes, yes. That was beautiful. You'll get it. That was your first time? Yeah, that was fabulous.
Sorry that I.
That was fabulous. You should see. Most people don't even do that. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
That was good. Listen to his throttle. Hear his throttle. He did really good.
Says here, he didn't have crash bars, so he's just worried.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't look down.
He doesn't yet know how to keep it in the power.
Yeah.
My microphone's off, by the way.
Okay. ready for top of the Snowman.
Yeah.
This turn right here, the right, is that the right? Yeah. The right turns I'm just weaker on, and left turn I can just go on this bike.
Yeah, that's where you were
And
scraping the boards.
Yeah, on my street glide, it's the opposite for me.
Really?
Yeah. I feel way better going to the right on my street glide. This one just goes right over on the left.
How much are you asking for this?
I don't know what he's got it listed for. 10 something? I really just want the Road King. You know, there's a Road King that looks, I think it looks just like this, only it's a Road King and not a Heritage. But you know, I love this one because it's got the nice engine, the nice exhaust pipes. Go again. I'll go help him. How much are you asking for this one? Keep that throttle high. There you go. Look over your shoulder. Stay on the line. There you go. That's it. You keep going around in circles. Go ahead. You got it. Now go the other way. Throttle high. Look over your shoulder. I find it harder to go that way too. Look up. So don't try the turn without the throttle.
Okay.
Keep that throttle steady. Because you notice it picks the bike right up, right? Throttle up. You got it. Throttle up. Throttle up. Rev it. There you go. All right, easy on the brake. So, it's okay. Easy on the brake. And it's all clutch control that you just got to practice. It's just that finesse with the clutch. What I do is I keep my hand out on the outermost edge of it, so I have more dexterity and I have more leverage. And then it'll let you do more fine maneuvers, but the speed is controlled here, not with that. So I know people don't like to rev it because they think they're going to go fast, but you won't go fast if your revs are at 5,000 if the clutch is in. So the clutch is managing your speed. So if you can keep that clutch nice and steady, and that takes some time, but if you keep that throttle up and you keep your head over your shoulder the whole time, you barely have to lean this bike in order to do the whole thing. So don't worry about leaning it. Just keep your head up and don't press the brake too hard. It'll come. It takes practice. Nobody does this the first time. Throttle up. You got it. Throttle up. Throttle up. Look over your shoulder. You're fighting it. You're fighting it with the brake. Too much brake. It's the clutch. Just let it out just a slight bit more and keep your head up over your shoulder. The bike will just go wherever you're looking. Throttle up. High revs. That's it. There you go. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Just keep coming to me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. You got it. You got it. Yep. Keep going. Look over there. Look over there. Yep. 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 Right here. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You got it. That was great.
I'll make that look easy.
Well, we've been practicing for a year.
Wow.
I did 1,000 miles in the parking lot before I ever went on the road.
Really?
I went from scratch, nothing, to doing this. And that's all I did. That's all I practiced was step 1, 2, and 3. And I didn't do anything else except learn how to work my clutch and go slow and work that brake. And then once I could stop smooth and start smooth, then I would move to the next thing. And I started doing exercise 4, the right and left turn. And then I started to work into the single serpentine and the U-turns and the figure 8s and things like that. It's progressive. But once you get that clutch under control and you are used to hearing your throttle high, like there'd be some times where I would be at a stop sign or a light with him and my revs would still be up. I'd be stopped. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not moving, so I can let them down. So that's how used to having them be up, because the bike won't fall over if you got power to the rear wheel. So you keep the throttle where it is so that all you need is a little bit of clutch. It'll straighten you right back up. We're working on not putting our feet down, but to clutch out of it. Yeah, well, now it's ingrained into our neurology, but it takes time to do that. So you're here the first day and doing unbelievably fabulous, right? Isn't he doing amazing for the first day?
Yeah, you able to do that figure 8 like that?
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back on our YouTube channel and look at some of our beginning practice sessions where people just started trying to do this stuff with us and people couldn't do it. You know, it took a while and then they started to get it. But it's awesome to be able to do these things.
No, double offset, remember?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
your favorite one.
My favorite one, yeah.
All right, here goes Lori. Knowing the words.
Boards are dragging.
Good job, Lori.
So you're looking for the gate you just went through when you come out of that gate. You're looking at the one you just came from, not the next one. You don't want to go to the gate. You want to come in here and then go to that white line right there. And then come around and look at this first gate.
Oh,
So you're looking at the gate
Good.
you just came from. When you go that way, you're looking to that gate. And then you go that way, you're looking to that gate. Okay?
Oh, a little late. Now he's kind of beyond him. Got to come back and get him, which he will do, no problem.
So you want it's to teach you to hold your turns and then transition. So you're holding your turns just like you did for the figure 8. Keep it in that lock, and then you're going to turn it to the next U-turn.
Nice job, Rich.
Keep that throttle up, and your head always looking over your shoulder, and the clutch is doing all the work. Throttle up. So go outside the cone.
Go outside. Bigger loops. Like power. There you go. right? Power, more power.
Now transition around the cone. There you go. Look at the cone you just came from. Whoops.
Oh, fucker.
Don't turn yet. That was great.
So watch how round I'm going here, like all the way this way.
See where he's
Now
coming?
the other way. And then holding all the way this way.
All the way back.
Like going toward that gate. Does that make sense? So you're more curvy. By that time you
No scraping on the left. I felt a little scraping, but not a lot. Keep that throttle high. Rev it. I want to hear your throttle. Keep it high and steady. all the way back here.
I got him.
All the way to Mike.
There you go. That's it. Power, power. No! Yeah, that's it. That's the move, though. Okay. Power, power.
Watch out, I don't know where I'm going.
All right.
You're lost. All right, so you come back through that one, and then you go to this one, and then this. So go over there and come through that first gate.
Did you see?
Hold your turns longer.
You were getting it at the end. You were really hooking that off like that. Did you notice that? It would look better. The first couple, you were going straight to the next gate, but the last few, you'd go through the gate and you'd hold it, hold it, hold it. That was really nice. You good? Rear brake. She's coasting. Don't coast. See him pull that clutch? Yep. Really focus on keeping that throttle up. Right? Really focus on that. There you go. That sounds good.
Much better.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, it held it longer. How about that? How about that?
Awesome.
I'm just gonna pretend. That ain't even harder. Like, throw them at me.
I'm watching the camera.
I'm coming back to get them. I don't know. I just thought I'd have fun with it.
So one of the things I do is I scoot way up on the seat and I lean forward. be able to do the top of the Snowman bike a year in, and I got it just as I was a year on the bike. But you see the throttle is steady.
Yeah, I heard you too.
What this allows you to do, though, is really handle your bike. You know, you get to a situation.
Way too early, way too early.
You really know the machine.
Yeah, and you know how it's going to handle, and you can, you know, get yourself out of a situation.
There it is. Oh! Thought he had it. Way too early.
Leave it space. You got more space.
Yeah. That's it.
You get right up.
I couldn't come out of it.
That's good. Go the other way.
I was trying to twofer. I'll take it.
You gotta do it once. You gotta do it twice. As Robert says, a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's a New York saying.
We all started in that circle though.
Yeah.
That's 27, that's 25, that's 21, and that's 18. Somehow our camera got turned into slow motion. So bear with us while this whole exercise for Rich is done in slow motion. Right here, I'm suggesting that Rich get his whole body up over the handlebars so he can lean forward and help him make that turn tighter. He's going to try it again. His approach is nice. He's coming in and then wheel placement right there. He makes that turn too early and he cuts the whole top of the circle off so he can't make it. Here he comes again. Again, wheel placement's off a little bit, cuts the top. And you can see he's super tight on this. If he doesn't cut the top off, he'd have it.
Lean forward, lean forward.
Here he comes again. He's a little tighter on the top, just misses it. Throttle! Look at him putting.
He's getting the throttle up a little bit. See, then he lets off the throttle.
Throttle!
Go tell him, here.
Again, we've mistakenly got the camera on slow motion. So we're going to go through this with Marty in slow-mo. So here I'm suggesting that he use all the space in the circle. So that means keep the front tire next to all the cones all the way around. Don't cut the circle so tight. He starts off great. Front tire, hugging the cones. Head and eyes looks good. And then there he goes. He's drifting off the cones. And his circle is getting tighter and tighter. He's not comfortable with the lean. Foot down. What he needed to do was let the clutch out just slightly, and it would have straightened the bike right back up, and he would have been back on track. Now he's drifting off the cones a little bit. Turn is getting tighter. Straightens up a little bit, back out to the cones. His head and eyes should be looking towards where I'm standing. And he's drifting off the cones again. Head and eyes should be over his shoulder. Neck turned all the way. But he's keeping a steady, smooth throttle.
Exactly it. That's exactly what you want to do. Now he's counter sitting. Nice. He's getting it. He's getting it. Oh.
Okay, that's great. Throttle up.
There you go. That looks good.
It's very common when you're new to these maneuvers that you're fighting with the rear brake and the clutch. So there's still a little bit too much clutch, so he's trying to control his speed with the rear brake. So he's got the two working against each other. So he's pressing really hard on the rear brake, and he's got the clutch out a little bit too far. Once he gets a little bit more clutch control and he starts to really understand that the clutch is controlling the speed and the brake is there for correction and control, then he'll have it down. It'll be very smooth and you'll see that he'll progress very quickly. His head and eyes look good, and he's counterbalancing. So he's sitting way over with his butt on the right-hand side of the bike on the seat. And if this were in full speed, you'd see he would be going quite a bit faster, and his brake would be, he's like, you know, really pressing on hard on the brake. So that's what's controlling his speed. So it's almost like the brake and the clutch are working against each other. But he'll get it down. He's doing great. He's not putting his foot down. Let that clutch out when you feel a little uncomfortable with the tip, and it brings the bike right back up. Now he's going to try the other direction. So he scoots over on the seat to the left-hand side. Head and shoulders. Look at his head. Head looking over the shoulder. Nope, foot down. Feeling a little uncomfortable. It's common to have one side be more comfortable than the other. Just feels good in the lean on one side, and the other side feels a little bit shaky. So I would say his right-hand turns are less comfortable for him right now. But he'll get it. With a little practice, he'll get it. These aren't difficult skills, they're just foreign. Just foreign. He's not used to doing them. But once he's used to doing them, it'll come like second nature. Just like anything else. Practice. And he comes out of the turn. A little encouragement. He did great. If he keeps practicing, he'll have it down in no time.
In. The clutch is going to slow you down, not the brake.
Well,
the clutch.
right.
Yeah, clutch and the rear brake's going to manage your speed, yeah. And what you could see once you get it going, right? You counter sat a little bit, and it would look great. It looked beautiful.
And then, you were looking over your shoulder. It looked awesome.
That was really good.
Wait till you see it on the video. You're going to look like a superstar.
Yeah. Honest to God, I wish the first time he would just on purpose run those cones over.
Rich is coming in for another attempt at the 18-foot. You can see right from the start his placement is off. So he's going to cut this one too short and too quick. And he'll be wide on the other side. Not by much though.
So we had a great session. Marty's never done any of these exercises before. He did fabulous. He went all the way through exercise 9. So we had him doing all the turns, and he did fabulous. Hopefully he liked it enough that he will come back, and we're rooting for him. And we went through a lot of things. Mike got the top of the snowman completely all the way around 2 times on the left side. I got it 2 times, not successively, like I didn't go around the circle twice, but I did it twice. The left-hand one, my rights, I'm a little bit sketchy on my right still, so I'm working on that. Mike's still working on his right. And Rich is this close. He's just so close. Just needs to hug the cones a little bit more. But we had a great time. Catch you later. Practice with purpose so you can ride with confidence.